Well, hello again. This is actually my 10th video on how to make money taking surveys. And I thought I was going to do something a little different. On this one, well, for one thing, you get to see my beautiful face. Well, at least some would say beautiful. And I wanted to talk about where things all started from with, as I think I mentioned in the first video or so, about having Asperger syndrome. So I thought I would take a little trip back to basically more or less where everything started, maybe a little bit farther back before, and basically, um, and how also how I became to make these videos finally, because it's been some time since I've thought about it, and now finally come to start doing them, and so far so good as far as I could say. But basically, what ended up happening in the beginning, I guess, as far as when I started to notice that I was suffering from something that just wasn't right. I was in my late 20s or maybe mid 20s, and at some point, it was around my late 20s, and actually, it was pretty much at the end of 2000, year 2000. I just felt like something wasn't right, and I felt very like miserable, like just a lot of being sad, depressed, and just things bothering me very easily, and just something wasn't right. So I finally, at the beginning of 2001, sought out help and got to see my first psychiatrist, who pretty soon after diagnosed me with major depression, depressive disorder, let's say major depression, depressive disorder, with accompanying anxiety. And that was kind of a relief in one sense, because then I realized, okay, now we have a diagnosis, now we know something is going on. And I also knew, well, I knew, of course, with anxiety and growing up, I had a really tough time dealing with being up in front of a class and speaking and stuff. So it was like I sort of knew enough of what was going on with my anxiety and where it was coming from, kind of, but didn't fully understand it, I guess, enough. And after some months, when I finally saw a therapist, and I'd have to say some years later, it just happened to be thinking about it really intently on my part, and then talking with my therapist about, what could be the real cause of why I'm struggling, and I'm going to college and not being able to find the right thing. And every time I run into a situation where I have to do a presentation in front of a group, and I can't do it, and I can't handle it. So it was thought about maybe I have ADD. So after some time of trying medications for some months and just not getting any different, feeling any different, nothing really seemingly getting better, we thought, well, what else could it be? So it was kind of a long shot, but my therapist had said, why don't we try a test on Asperger's? And I said, okay, it doesn't hurt anything to try. And lo and behold, we come to find out that the social anxiety was like a big hit on the target, right in the center, and other things too. Just other areas as far as someone who has Asperger's. It's not like they're a bad person. They just have certain things that they exemplify. That they can't help. Uh, you know, show. It's like if they have a hard time looking at people's faces, certain noises can bother them, or if they don't have much empathy for people, that they just don't fully understand. If somebody's hurting, or somebody's really, or even if they've passed on of what it is almost completely. So anyway, this was around 2004 that I was finally diagnosed, and soon after, I went on disability for mental health reasons, in effect, and I don't mind mentioning that. And so ever since that time, which is kind of leading us to now, which is, what are we talking about? Like about 13 years later now. What has it taken in all this time? I mean, many things have happened. Uh, I should say in 2002 I did have a daughter. I did get married in 1997. So all this is kind of all going on at the same time. Some of it, and so now I can say, my daughter's 14 and she's doing pretty well. And it's just basically, for me, over the last maybe few years, I had thought about, as I've been taking surveys actually for quite a while, I don't know how many years that I've been doing this, I started thinking, that couldn't this help other people? And I didn't think to myself, oh, if they're on disability or any, I just thought that, hey, this could help people who need to make extra income for whatever reasons. And I just always kept putting it off, and oh, it's going to be too difficult. Oh, who's going to want to see my videos? And I'm not important, and I have, and also thinking I have limitations, if not my Asperger's and just whatever it is and stuff like that. And it honestly, it kind of, well, if I have to say one thing that really kind of started my rethinking, or starting to think more different about myself and all. And it was roughly about a year ago. I came across this YouTube channel. It's called the Aspie World, the ASPIE World, the Aspie World, just to spell it. And the host of it, this Daniel, I started watching his videos, and I was like, wow, almost right away, and seeing what he had to say, and listening to him talk about what it's like with Asperger's, and the things that he accomplished, and being in a music band, and a business, and different things, and he was accomplishing things in school, and he managed to and he was diagnosed, I think it was in his 20s. And it's just that he was talking about how you can, in your daily living, deal with Asperger's, and for people who have someone in the family with Asperger's, and so forth. And it just started to give me, I don't know if I'd say confidence, but it just started to make me feel like, I shouldn't worry about what others think of me, and that, I have Asperger's, and so I'm a little different, but not think that, oh, well, I want to do these videos to help people, and why can't I be one person that could help people in making money taking surveys, and thinking, yeah, if they're on disability, if for any reason, because of having Asperger's, they just can't work, or if it's mental health, like I have depression and anxiety being diagnosed with, and or if you have physical disability and you just can't work in a regular job, I feel like this is really the right thing, and I should just do it. And some encouragement from my daughter, saying that what is so hard about doing it, you just put your face in front of a camera, and you start filming, and you speak about what you want to talk about, and you get it out there, and if people are going to watch the videos, then they're going to watch them. If not, well, you can't you can bring a horse to water, but you can't make him drink, kind of thing. But I did just want to mention, that on this YouTube channel, the Asper World, it just made me feel like, hey, I'm worth something. I am somebody, and you know, I mean, I could almost start to get a little emotional, and for me, that's kind of an amazing thing, because suffering with depression and with Asperger's too, if you understand really about it, it's not easy to feel emotions like that, and it's just the thinking about this, because it really got me into a better place with myself, and I've done things that, seemingly little things that have just I hadn't and didn't before. And so I really want to thank Daniel, for with his channel, what it's helped, and I'm sure it's helped others. And I know that he responds to people's comments, and when you leave a comment, or you have a like or something, he has a lot of times responded to my own things and that I've had to say, and he's got 11,000 subscribers, and for that, I feel like that's quite an amazing thing that he does that. And well, I just looking at something here. I just wanted to see if I'm gonna need to say. Well, honestly, that's pretty well catches up to where I am, and I just feel like I'm so glad, to finally get myself over this hurdle or hump, whatever it is, procrastinating, to put these videos up here. And I hope that you all are enjoying them in any way, shape, or form, to some capacity, that you're getting good information from this, that is helping you, for anyone who does need extra income. And I should see myself making more videos soon at other survey sites. So I hope you, and feel free to please to leave comments on any of my videos, and subscribe. I had maybe mentioned about subscribing, but I could certainly use, subscribers is always a great thing. Oh, okay. So I guess until fairly soon, I hope to do more videos. So thanks for watching.